gonna tell you how to change violin string. Recently, I used dominant from domestic infrared. I'm really into it because it is very stable in pitch even though it's a synthetic string, and it makes my violin more project and has a deep and warm sound. Previously, I used Pirasto Concord, the steel one. I love it too, but I want to know which best for my instrument, and I want to try a different string because every instrument is different. Maybe your instrument match with Infeld, with Eudoxa, with Eva Perazzi or others. And usually I change my string every 6 months because I only practice 2 until 3 hours a day. But if you practice more than that, you might have changed your string more frequently. The kind of repertoire can affect too. I only practice Suzuki, Etude Wolfhard, and some light and easy pieces. But if your kind of repertoire is like kind of by Prokofiev, Isai, Paganini, Winowski, and you play like some concerto, symphony, or caprice that can share your string, your string would age sooner. Without any further ado, let's check it out.
First of all, prepare the violin, the strings, a sharp pencil, and tissue paper. Then, loosen and unwind the tuning peg and remove the string from the fine tuner or tailpiece. Be careful not to scratch the varnish. I recommend not to change all strings at once because your violin is constructed a pressure for 4 strings. It could cause your tone post to drop and makes it harder to keep your bridge set in right place. Then, you have to clean the peg and the ebony with tissue paper so it doesn't get dirty. There is a material that I don't have on hand, so I change it with pencil. Lubricate the peg, the bridge, and the nut with the pencil where the string makes contact. The goal is to allow the string to pass easily over the nut and bridge as it tunes up to pitch. Although the pegs looks deceptively simple, their physical mechanism is complex because it must fulfill 2 contradictory requirements. First, peg must move easily so that the violin can be finely tuned. And second, they should hold the string firmly in place so that it stays in tune for as long as possible, regardless of changes in temperature or whether the instrument is moved from one location to another. Once you have your old string off, you have to pay attention to your tailpiece. My tailpiece is for ball and string, either my 2 fine tuners. Next, insert your peg to the peg box and thread the string into the peg hole. Turn the peg so your string lay on the top of the peg. The A and E string should turn clockwise. The D and G string should turn counterclockwise. Make sure you have the correct peg. You will want to install the strings in the correct location relative to each other. Depending on the location of the hole in the peg, you may need to loosen the peg and move it out slightly in order to align the hole with the correct location relative to the other strings before inserting the string you are installing. Otherwise, you may end up with string crossing over each other within the peg box, which simply won't work. Keep winding away from the pointy end of the peg, making a neat row of coils until the string is the correct length. When finished, you want the string to come just to the edge of the peg box. If the string is crushed up against the edge, unwind it and try again. Don't mix up the pegs, they are not interchangeable. Pull the string, but screw the peg so your string can't easily unravel. Next step, insert your string to the tailpiece when turning the peg tighter. Place the string carefully in the appropriate slot of the nut and the bridge. Check that the bridge is straight. The back of the bridge should be exactly perpendicular to the surface of the violin, and the feet of the bridge should be flat on the surface of the instrument. Last step, tune your violin. Tighten the string using the tuning peg gradually until you reach the desired pitch. The harder you push the peg in as you wind it, the tighter it becomes. It takes some practice to figure out just how much you need to push your peg as you go, so be patient and go slowly your first attempts.
That's how I changed my string. Thank you!